MMI, as we are called, is a global-based organization with locations on 6 continents around the world, and the mission is to cultivate world peace through wisdom and inner peace education with the goals of spreading to all humanity around the world. So we are gathered here today to welcome in a new decade of our commitment to SDGs. We strive together to ensure that all people can fulfill their highest potential and realize their greatest worth through the accomplishment of SDGs and spiritual practice. The spiritual path to sustainable development is the path to true happiness and world peace. Spirituality encompasses meditation, prayer, generosity, kindness, and selfless acts of service to others. Spirituality is essential for sustainable development, as success is rooted in ethics and morality. So I'd now like to begin with a video welcoming you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
April 14, 2014. The Middle Way Meditation Institute, or MMI, makes its official debut onto the world stage by breaking the Guinness World Record for creating the world's largest flaming image using 100,000 candles to bring awareness to world peace.
I'm amazed, and right now I'm very proud about our countrymen, our country. That we have shown our province, we have shown that we can be united. We can show the whole world that we can be united with one purpose and peace. Well, peace is always very important. We have a lot of problems in our country. We have a lot of problems in this world. Somehow, if each one of us can have peace in himself, then world peace is possible.
The following year, MMI joined San Enrique, a municipality in the province of Iloilo, to light 16,000 candles and officially coined San Enrique the first inner peace town in the world due to its implementation of the Inner Peace Education Program. 2017 marks another groundbreaking year. MMI expands to 6 continents and lays the groundwork to what hopes to be another Guinness World Record in the near future. The mission? To create the world's largest online meditation session, connecting 1 million people from around 6 continents.
World peace always should start from each one, because I see a lot of time, people talk about peace, but they're not really peaceful, So I think if you're talking about something about peace or act about peace, then first you need to have the mind of peace.
It is now showing to us now that the world needs to have this event now more than ever in this current world where we are facing lots of conflicts, that we need to join together and join our hands with so many other countries, and we hope that for 2018 we will have more countries and more people to unite in peace and harmony for this event 2018.
September 22nd, 2018. MMI partners with Professor Jeffrey Sachs to sign an MOU with the Sustainable Development Solutions Network at Columbia University. Hosted the World Inner Peace Celebration throughout 6 continents.
The Sustainable Development Goals, which are goals that all the countries of the UN adopted in a very special day a couple of years ago, where for a brief moment they showed some sanity and adopted these goals, are social level examples of inner peace at the global level. Because what they're really trying to say, the Sustainable Development Goals, is find the middle way. Find a path that respects wealth creation but doesn't drive us crazy and doesn't condemn people to poverty. Protect and enjoy your culture but doesn't deny the humanity of others, and live in diversity like we are in this room, and understand that that's the richness of our lives, not something to be shunned. And engage with nature. We have to feed ourselves. And of course, we draw services from nature, but don't destroy nature by going to the extreme. So I would say the Sustainable Development Goals are attempting the middle path.
Attends the launch of the World Happiness Report and opens a conversation at the Rubin Museum about wisdom and sustainable development. But before we continue, let's take a step back. What exactly is the Middle Way Meditation Institute? The Middle Way Meditation Institute, also known as MMI, is a New York-based global organization that promotes inner peace education as a means to attaining world peace. We're creating a movement that joins world leaders and thinkers, interfaith communities, educators, businesses, local citizens, and thousands of fearless inner peace superheroes around the world to advance a common purpose: universal inner peace. MMI has taken various initiatives, such as conducting meditation retreats, offering inner peace education programs in schools, universities, and organizations, on orchestrating annual global peace events to create awareness of world peace through inner peace. Our core belief is that true peace is achievable when every individual, from ordinary citizens to leaders of nations, has inner peace. Our goal is to foster individuals to have a healthy body, a caring heart, an intelligent mind, and an enlightened spirit. This year's event, dubbed as the SDG Light of Peace 2020, at the United Nations headquarters in New York City, kicks off on January 20th, 2020. Its purpose is to promote and encourage the spiritual practice of all traditions to accelerate the Sustainable Development Goals. As our fight for world peace continues to grow, we need your support and involvement. World peace is urgent, and we encourage you to be part of this change movement. Join us today online via Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Take a stand, make your inner peace shine, and be the change.
Good morning and welcome everyone to the United Nations. Sawadee ka, namasakan ka. Thank you very much for coming. I'm Marcia Brewster. I worked for the United Nations for 30 years in the Sustainable Development Division here at UN headquarters and in Bangkok at the Regional Commission for Asia and the Pacific. My husband was one of the practitioners of Middle Way Meditation. I just wanted to mention that this year we are celebrating 75 years since the founding of the UN. The charter was signed on October 24th, 1945, so it's the 75th anniversary, and we're celebrating it all year long. And the main effort is the Sustainable Development Goals, as you've heard, for the next 10 years. It's the Agenda for Sustainable Development 2030. So for the next 10 years, we're going to be concentrating on the Sustainable Development Goals. And one of the main goals is number 17, Partnership for the Goals. And that means we welcome you as partners to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. And of course, the UN was founded in 1945 to end the scourge of war and bring about world peace, bring all the countries together to make peace. And I think that's what you are making an effort to do. So thank you very much. Kokunmaka.
So I'm going to introduce Jeanette Coleman Alexander and May Pinkett. They are world-class gospel singers from the Riverside Church on the Upper West Side. And we are very blessed to have them here and for them to share their talents with us this morning. So please give a warm welcome to Jeanette and May.
Good morning. You look so beautiful.
Good
and
morning.
Happy New Year.
I'd just like to let you know before we start that this song is entitled Peace. I was going to name it Give Peace a Chance because you're going to hear that lyric. But the Beatles had a song already called Give Peace a Chance, and I didn't want to come into any problems with the Beatles. So you don't want problems with the Beatles. So I just decided to name it Peace. I wrote the lyrics and the music back in 2003. Jeanette and I sang it for the Global Light of Peace at the Riverside Church back in 2017, September. So we are very pleased to be able to offer it to you today. Look into my window, come into my door, and try to understand me. Who could ask for more? Let's take a chance. Chance on a brand new world for every boy and girl. Come into my heart and hold my hand. Won't you please give peace a chance? Please say one last dance for life every day and night. We all should live. We all should give peace a chance. Each of us have feelings that we all can share. Hunger, fear, and happiness. All of us have been there. Can you see? We're more alike than different. You will agree. Come into my world and understand. Oh yes, won't you please give peace a chance? Please say one last dance for life every day and night. We all should live. We all should give
So now it's time to begin a very interesting and engaging panel discussion. I'll be welcoming Marcia Brewster up, representative for the United Nations, so please come join us on the stage. And we have Mr. Alexandre Seguro from Lisbon, Portugal. Welcome. He's representing youth for the MMI Center in Europe. And we have the Venerable Burin Titagusalo, our much beloved and fearless inner peace leader of MMI New York. Please welcome Venerable Burin. So this will be a casual discussion today. I will be engaging the panelists with some questions to kind of open up the dialogue about how we are going to implement spiritual practice for the success of Sustainable Development Goals. So I'll just start with Marcia Brewster. As she had said, her late husband, Robert Mawson, he was the first lay instructor of the Middle Way meditation, and he taught meditation here at the United Nations for many, many years in Marcia's office. And so I'd like Marcia to share with us what those sessions were like and a success story of what you saw.
My husband, Robert Mawson, was the first lay instructor of the Middle Way meditation. And he's taught in many places, and he also taught on Skype with the group from Mobile, Alabama. One interesting result of his teaching meditation was the sheriff of Mobile, Alabama, was one of his students. And he said that having meditated with Bob changed the way he did law enforcement. And what he did was, rather than just, sort of grab somebody and put the cuffs on, he would try to talk to the person and try to get beyond whatever had been the incident so that he would not have to arrest the person. And he said he changed the way he did law enforcement. So if we could get more people to meditate, maybe we would have less mass incarceration and a better justice system in America.
Thank you. That's a beautiful and inspiring story. So, Mr. Alex Seguro, I'd like you to introduce yourself. Tell us about your project and how you see yourself doing SDGs now.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for giving me this chance to be here and for giving the youth the chance to speak their voice and share their perspective. I come from Lisbon, and I'm 18 years old. I've connected with the Middle Way Meditation Institute about 1 year ago, and now I'm doing a gap year, and I'm taking some time to deepen my practice and get more involved, so that then when I can start university, I can do it in a meaningful way, not just to get a degree, but to do some positive work with the youth together. And so, growing up in this society, I feel our minds start to become more polluted, and we start to become more serious, and more responsibility, and we don't know how to manage that. And so there's a big gap between being a child and it's just play, and then right all of a sudden you are an adult. And the youth is just going mindlessly through this process of growing up, going to school, university, get a job, and that's life. And that creates many problems. So I started to notice when I was growing up that I see my parents, and I'm so privileged in my society. I have a healthy family, prosperity, I don't miss anything. I have all the needs and good education, but it seems that there's something missing. And I look to my parents, and they are successful, but they don't look so happy. So I start wondering, is this really what I want for myself? And I know that if I don't prepare myself when I get to the point where I finish university and I need to get a job, I'll be stuck with the same lifestyle that they have. And so I start to use my time for my development, so not just to go out, have fun, enjoy. That's also good, but I felt like the need to prepare myself for the future and to educate myself with what I'm not learning in school, because our educative system, it's very focused on the intellectual, and it's not voluntary, we are forcing something on the student, not hearing what the children that have new eyes to see the world have to say. And so our society is very stagnant. It doesn't change. And the youth here has a key role of sparking innovation. So I think it's very important that we hear from the youth, but the youth also hear from the experience of the elders and the wisdom. And so I start to understand better the world, using YouTube, reading books, because technology is a very powerful tool. We just have to know how to use it. And I start to understand, oh, there's this project talking about this and that. I start to have a better picture of the world, its problems. And I also start to look for what's the root cause of all the bad things happening in the world. Where's this coming from? And I start to be interested in spirituality and meditation. And then, big synchronicity, I meet Monk Borin and I start to learn meditation. And from then on, it has changed my life, because I experienced something that's very different. It's like tasting something you've never tasted before, that feeling of happiness inside. And that happiness, that inner peace, is very powerful, because then you can have more clarity, have more energy to do something for the world. And so I could see that, okay, meditation is the key to change, because we need to change ourselves to change the world. But so it's the center of the solution, but then around that center there's a whole sphere of areas of life that need transformation. And so I learn meditation, I can have a better focus, I can have a better understanding, so school becomes easier also. You don't have to study that much. You're just in class, you're focused, okay, go home, and I enjoy my exploration, connecting with different projects, meeting these amazing people that are doing incredible work for humanity. And so I start to have experience in different areas of life and see how it all complements each other. The thing is, all of these different movements, all of these different projects, they all think, oh, this is the solution. We are the one, we are going to change the world ourselves. But no, we have to all work together, and we each have a piece of the puzzle. So, and the other thing is that in this exploration, I was so excited. I also lost my balance. The more that I explored and got engaged, the less I meditate and take care of myself. So there was a big unbalance, and I got I'm so exhausted. I'm trying to do something for the world, and this should be something making me happy, but I'm not happy. So I learned a lot of things this year, but now I'm taking more time to integrate all of these things, make the juice out of it, what can come out of it. So this is what I'm looking for now, what we can do together. For the youth, give the youth some direction, and like focusing on myself this year. I'm taking some time also to go to Thailand, and I'll be a Buddhist monk for 3 months, or a novice, because I'm still 18. I cannot be a monk yet. Yeah. So that then I can do what I'm looking for, but starting within myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. That was very inspiring. Now I'd like to welcome the Venerable Barin Titakusalo to share about your project and the achievement of SDGs.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I want to thanks all the support today, especially Pravite Pavanachan. He fly all the way from Thailand, and from the team in New Jersey, our center, come together. And everyone today, are you hopeful? You know, hearing Alex saying this, and wow, we want every kid around the world to understand that you need to cultivate that inner peace and not be distracted by become billionaire, become famous. I met those people, they're not so happy, really. Yeah. To cut short to this thing, because we have been teaching meditation around the world, but this collaboration is so exciting that I just heard about SDG 2018. Yeah. We're not so aware of this thing. So just one professor at U of Sydney, which is in the video, mentioned Jeffrey Sachs' name. I said, oh, your inner peace work can fix good health and well-being, can make quality education. I said, okay, interesting. So you should align your work with SDG, so you have bigger platform. I said, yes. And she asked me, you want it fast or you want it gradual? I said, I want it fast. My teacher turning 80 years old, and he wished to see this long time ago. Then she mentioned, you must contact Jeffrey Sachs. I think because she worked for UN in Australia, and she thought that she knows Jeffrey Sachs. I said, no, I just heard his name. He's like a Steve Jobs of UN. Like he curated everything, and then world leader, okay, we agree with you. So how come I contact him? I meditate, I pray to my teacher. Can open this gate. And then with the help, I'm so curious. I heard that he's very intelligent. I am worried my English is not good enough. So I asked Dawn to help me draft the email, but I write like 3 pages paper, explain what we do. We Google, oh, his email at Columbia University. And then just one email, boop, and he respond, yes, come to New York, let's come. And you know, it's a miracle. He has 7 secretaries. 7 secretaries. And I rarely get his own response. Someone gonna respond that day. He just respond by himself, and then, let's come, I'm honored to meet you. Then things start. I moved to New York, and life changed. You heard in the video, Jeffrey Sachs, he very intelligent for sure, but he very open mind for spiritual practice. He met with Prof. Francis several times a year and try to get his energies and power and influence. And he's met with our teacher. Like a lighter piece is about no one exclude, everyone include. And we not, like Alex said, youth not complain, adult, why you do this thing? And adults not say, like, you just play a social network. But we look on the good side of each other and collaborate, and all religion come together. Then today is a very good beginning. He want to be here with us, but he in Cambodia right now. So he sent a message to me that I wish you success. I really want to catch up when I return what is the turnout of this spirituality and sustainability thing together. He mentioned in a video, he said our society right now is not in good balance. And we need not just economic, mathematics, and physics. We have that long time. We need wisdom, that's what he said. And he mentioned the middle way is by the Buddha. Aristotle said the path of moderation. And Confucius will say harmony in society, something like that. So the gate is open that all spiritual teachers, let's come and let's see. He asked me, Venerable, can you find something in the Buddhist text? How Buddha gonna fix climate change right now if he's still here? How Buddha gonna end inequality right now? And you know, it's very challenging for me. And I try to look at how it works, and this is the beginning of this great collaboration. I'm looking forward to more work that we can do together. And everyone, please come on stage, join hands, do something, and make world peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's so inspiring. Would you like to share how Mr. Robert Mawson, he taught once a week at the United Nations. He inspired the UN staff. I even joined his class a few times.
Yes, it was great. But I wanted to say one other thing about the way he taught meditation. He would usually have a theme. So it would be meditation and health, meditation and family, meditation and inner peace. Excuse me. And so he would say, make an introduction first, talk about meditation and health and how it helps your health. And then he would tell some personal story. He, of course, had a heart transplant. I don't know if you knew that. And he lived for 11 years after the heart transplant. But anyway, and then he would get everybody into the meditation. And then after the meditation, he would say, bring your mind back to the room. And in many cases, people were crying. They had been crying because somehow they had released a lot of tension. And people who are working in high-powered jobs, and I remember one incident where he was teaching for several days in Singapore. And a lot of the professionals in Singapore are very high-powered. And they would burst into tears and just release all that tension. And I thought that one of the reasons for his meditation being successful was that those people were able to release tension and then focus more on their work, like what you were saying, and get back to what's really important.
Yes, thank you for sharing.
So I made a little PowerPoint just to show you some images of what I've been doing. Well, yeah, this is me. I just chose this photo because really we're talking about the youth, and we need to be mindful, like, of the youth that we are. How are we going to make a society that welcomes the youth and takes care of the youth? Yeah, and so I've already talked about Middle Way Center, and I start to learn meditation. I invite my friends. Then the World Inner Peace celebration that I helped as a volunteer to organize. And this was very inspiring for me, like, to meet these people, to meet the project, and then have like the strength to continue on my journey and to share it with other people. And so, yeah, you've probably heard about the strike for the climate, the students going out of the street to protest. And so I was very happy to know that the youth is waking up to the fact that we have a role to play in society. But with my understanding, with the exploration I had already done, I see that it goes deeper than climate change. The issue in society goes deeper. And so we need to understand that what our role is. It's not just going to the streets and protesting and not just asking for the government to do something. The government needs to still be involved, obviously, but we, the youth, we have time, we have energy, we have an open mind, we can do so many things. And so this is the energy, this is the message I wanted to bring to the strikes. And so since the first strike, I went on my own, and I put my towel, I meditate, and then some lady saw me and got inspired. She was already like connected to Buddhism and also environmental activism, and she had a network. And so next time she invited more people, and so the group joined. And this picture is in one of the last strikes, and we could really get some people meditating on the strike. It was beautiful. And so, yeah, this year, like, I joined many conferences. I connected with many different projects. I got to travel a little bit also and connect with people from different cultures, with youth. And, like, we are together in this. We are so much united by this problem. And now we need to come up with the solutions. And there's already so many solutions. We just need to use our time wisely. Disconnect kind of from these patterns, from this current system that just to survive, but to use the energy of this system, transform it and create something new that will bring a better life for everyone. And so I connected with all these different movements, and what we need really is all these different movements together, not just, so it's good, the strike, that it gathered a lot of movements. And the sign I was carrying, it's the message of the heart, the love, the unity, but also the white, meaning the peace. And then it says, the first generation united to regenerate the earth, because it's what we need to do. And it starts with regenerating our human consciousness, our mind that's so much polluted. We need to clean it. Yep. And so I could see that, like, in the strikes, we would go out to the streets like once a month or once a week. In Portugal, it was not so regular. But then people go to the street, there's a lot of energy. Yeah, let's do the revolution. And everyone comes together. But we are not really together. We are just like shouting against an enemy. And we are not listening to each other. We are not sharing. We are not creating relationship again between each other. And so then I started to think, oh, we should gather more. We should, as the youth. And so this is a group of friends. This was a gathering we did in a meditation center of one of the parents of our friends. And we invited people from different projects to come and share with us, do some training, to complement our education, because we are not learning all these incredible solutions in school. And we also learn from each other. So we went to the park, we did different activities, and I also got the chance to guide a meditation to them. Yeah. And so I'm coming from Portugal, and just before coming to New York, I went to this event that was the opening of the Lisbon European Capital, Green Capital, 2020. And there were all of these big figures, the Prime Minister, the municipality president, the President of the Republic, United Nations Secretary General, Antonio Guterres.
Who happens to be from Portugal.
Exactly. And I was so inspired to see them and like, okay, the door is open, like Lumpi Burin said. And one of the things that struck me is that they said, this award, this investment is on the youth, like, so they are wanting us to do something, and I'm saying yes, let's do it, let's collaborate. We need all of this grassroots movement, but we also need the governments and to come together. And so I come up with this vision of this year's event with a Global Light of Peace 2020. In each country, in each continent, yeah, to do like a mass meditation in this square. And I almost didn't need to bring this slides, because if you look in that room, there's a Portuguese tile that's in blue as the square. So there's something here that's kind of meant to be, you know? But so the vision here is that the Portuguese are pioneers. We are like adventurers. We are like leaders, diplomats. And 500 years ago, we went on, but mostly the youth, like, that don't have family to take care of, don't have like responsibility, so they just want to know the world, they just want discovery, and so they go. And so they would sail on these boats that like are not safe at all. Most of them would die, but we could discover other countries and nations and people. But it was not discovered, they were already there. And because we were not mature enough, we got excited, we were still in a material level. What we got is colonization and just trading the material wealth. And it opened the way for the European countries to start going, like England, Spain, to start building their empires and developing into the globalization we have today. And so I think Portugal now has the spiritual mission of healing from these mistakes and birthing a new planetary community, this new paradigm we are trying to bring upon. And so now it's not getting on the boats and sailing, it's about going inside and sailing the seas of consciousness to discover these new possibilities and trade them between each other, getting the best of each culture and seeing, working together, and just looking for a better path. But for sure, if we are not united, if we are not working together, we haven't found the path. So this is kind of like the vision, and it's not just like Portugal is the one country. It's just, I feel that there's already so many projects, things happening in Portugal. It's like it has the energy, and it wants like to be the stage for what's possible in the whole world. And so I'm very inspired to do this, and so let's make it happen. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Alex. We'll just conclude with Venerable Burin talking about spirituality and the achievement of SDGs.
Okay. I will share with you what my teacher told me, and then I share with Jeffrey Sachs that what convinced him that spiritual people should come on board, not on the sideline. Yeah, we have this thing. And in Columbia University, Jeffrey Sachs said, this is not the solution. This is a collection of the problem. He said, it's a list, but we need you come up. What is the solution for it? Not just, oh, now we have SDG. No, it's a list of the most important problem around the world. And it's agree, and he said in the video, it's like wow, it's a moment of sanity in UN that world leader will agree we should come together to fix this problem. So we collaborate, and he said, let's come in, okay? And this is a formula. You know, Ivy League people, they like formula. So I put what my teacher teach me into formula. I told him, Jeffrey Sachs, academic excellence plus selfless character, we're going to have great leader. But with the same academic excellence, Harvard, Oxford, you know, top of the world, but selfish character, we're going to have big troublemaker, not small one, very intelligent, make so much trouble. You know what he said to me on that day? Venerable, I think we get Mr. Trump sit down and meditate. I said, oh, no, sorry, I'm not political. But that's what he actually said after say, let's get Mr. Trump sit down and meditate. And what he said, and wow. Okay, if you invite him, I will see what we can do. And this is what Dalai Lama said. If every 8 years old in the world is taught meditation, we will eliminate violence from the world within 1 generation. So to fix all the problem, I told Jeffrey Sachs, this 17 problem is not created by the ocean, by the mountain. It's us. It's a human being. So we need to understand more, who is this human being? that create a problem. And we found out from different spiritual teaching, it go back to this basic four, that if we will educate everyone around the world, like even Kim Jong-un, Putin, or they used to be kid. They used to be the little kid before. So we need to have inner peace as a essential knowledge, that how we can make ourselves have healthy body, caring heart, intelligent mind, and enlightened spirit. If you're going to look in Pali Canon, it's Satipatthana Sutta, Kaya Vechana Citta Dhamma. But in our tradition, you will have these four things: body, heart, mind, spirit. Yeah. So I share with him, we need to have inner peace as a subject that we learn. And we put it simple: shower the body, shower the mind. We need to learn how to shower this stress, shower this anxiety, shower this prejudice, and make ourselves a good human being. So this is a simple formula, inner peace education, which today you can find more information about it. That is discipline, meditation, wisdom will lead to happiness and well-being. So I create something that we need team at Columbia to verify it. We call this inner peace education. It's not one session, it's 32-week curriculum that every kid will learn. I'm glad to tell you now, one school in Los Angeles take it. 3 academy. Yeah, we have from our friend who on the board. So they invite the monks to go to the classroom, and the children ask, we heard about compassion. What is that? So I train the teacher. So they learn mathematics in the morning, they learn inner peace in the afternoon. Something like that. So they start teaching kids not just inner peace alone, but how you're going to turn that inner peace to your mom. How you're going to act when your dad makes you angry. We go into particular detail. And when you go back home, you let it messy or you make it nice. Yeah, we go to that detail. So this is what happens now every day at the school. They do yoga, they meditate, and we start from, we call universal goodness, cleanliness, orderliness, up to loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. It's actually wisdom from the Buddha, but now we make it neutral. And you can relate it to all religion. They have that philosophy. Yeah, it's whole school. Yeah, they're now expanding to have maybe in 2 years 1,000 kids. And with Jeffrey Sachs, if Columbia University will make this work, and you can check your blood pressure, your wave in the brain, everywhere. And in this room, this exact room, World Happiness Report. Which country is the happiest one, and they want solution. So inner peace education can be one of the solutions that can be shared around the world. I would like to end with this one. Okay, this is our largest event ever happened. It's the size of 4 football stadiums. You can imagine Super Bowl, 4 Super Bowl, 100,000. Why I want to have this show you? In the last 20 years, teaching worldwide, I get a complaint. Venerable, you dream too much. World peace. What is world peace? We have been here for 1,000 years, we're still fighting, and nuclear is still there. They feel like they're not related to that world peace thing. And they have no idea what I can do to make a change. Just last week, I posted that I go to Harvard Business School, and I teach 100 CEOs from around the world inner peace. Then my student who live in Switzerland messenger to me, Venerable, yesterday my little kid, my daughter, 5 years old, asked me, Mom, is World War III coming? You can imagine, 5 years old. I'm not sure what she saw, but she has some concern. Mom, World War III is on the blink or not? And she tried to, no, it's like a bedtime. No, it's okay. But she concerned also. Let her go to sleep. And then she asked me, Venerable, I'm not sure how we stop those Iran and nuclear. But I feel like we need to do something about it. And I meditate with you before. I'm convinced world peace come from inner peace. Please let me know what I can do to make a change. So I want to show you this. Big is small. We think world peace is so big. No, it's so small. My teacher gave this wisdom. He said, you want to change the world? Simple. Go back to family. It's children, mom, and dad. Another formula. I put that E equal mc square. Yeah, it can be small, molecular. It can be so big. Children, mom, dad. It can be small, one family. It can be big, the whole world. Then he said, teach this inner peace to kids. Politician later. Kid first, because they want peace, they want happiness. And then let children tell mom, Mom, today I have inner peace. I want you to have inner peace too. He said every mom will say yes, because they want their kid to be like them, to be good. And then let children and mom together tell dad, Dad, let's come, we want inner peace. And he said the whole world is just that. It's children, mom, dad, and if every family, from ordinary family to the royal family to the minister family, prime minister will do it, we're going to have world peace. Is it clear? Super simple. And this is a very symbolic message that it can be done. It can be done in this room. It can expand to anywhere. It's so big. But this is the Guinness World Record, the largest flaming image in the world. But at meeting with Jeffrey Sachs, I don't burn anymore. We try to use solar ball. Today, we invent something that we don't put a carbon. But that time, we're not aware of SDG too much. Now we know more. This is so big. It's done in 15 minutes. You know what they do? Light a candle, pass on to the next one. That's it. That's the amount of work that need to be done. So 7 billion people, it's like this. And now we have Facebook, we have social media, we have that technology. We can be 7 billion together and have inner peace and invite minister, invite UN Secretary General. World peace through inner peace is possible. Let's do it.
So thank you all panelists for today's very engaging discussion. So we'll just exit the stage here and we'll set up to be able to invite the spiritual leaders and honorary guests. So next we are going to hear peace messages from our religious and spiritual leaders in our community. So I'd like to give a warm welcome to Guru Dilipji. We're so happy to have you here. So if you could please come on up and give us your peace message and light and wisdom.
Om Loga Samasta Sukino Bhavantu Loga Samasta Sukino Bhavantu Loga Samasta Sukino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste everyone. This is my great pleasure and honor with you, the third year, being part of this middle way meditation. I'll say all the way meditation. Fulfilling at the UN. You know. I want to congratulate as a secretary of the religious NGOs at the UN. We have a committee here. I'm glad you brought spirituality to this building. Always we promote politics more than spirituality. We have 17 goals, but we are missing something, that is spirituality. One of the meetings last year we said the 18th should be the spirituality. Developing a child not only from the political teachings from school or college, a love from a mother. That's the first one. Then the father and the teachers. The values and moralities, without that we cannot reach anywhere. You see all the religious leaders, artists, musicians, NGO leaders, and other students. I'm glad to meet Alex. Where is he sitting? Yeah. In 2009, I went to his place, his city, to sign the agreement with all the yoga leaders to have an International Day of Yoga. That's the first step we did to have a spiritual movement globally. The last event happened at the General Assembly. We had the meditation and the yoga in the General Assembly. So we can make it. What you have the dream, we will make it here. This is my oath in front of you. Whatever I can do here from the NGOs groups, the committee, with the help of all leaders from the UN, we will make it. Because I born in an interfaith family. My father from the Christian mother and father, and my mom is from a Hindu Buddhist. I became an interfaith minister even though I promote Hinduism. And we have an interfaith seminary in the city. We train people to become a spiritual leader. We teach people how to meditate, yoga, and all the philosophies. I believe we are chosen divine being on the earth. We are blessed as a human being. Even though we are the people cursed for this entire universe, we destroy every single part of the universe. You see, look at the number of nuclear bombs around the world. Just watch on the street in New York City, the waste of food. People don't have enough food to eat around the world. I eat 1 meal a day, even though I am very strong, look strong. I decrease my needs to sustain for other people. I sleep less than 1 hour a day. Day and night I work for people. I believe we have energy, utilized for proper way. One of our masters who brought this one, at the UN in 2000, we had a Millennium Religious Summit. One day he asked me to wash this shell. I washed it, I gave it to him. We never use it before their permission. He said, now you do it. Last 10 years after he passed away, I'm just doing here. To recognize the great beings came here to make a foundation for us. So never forget our mother and father. They are the divine beings, gave us a beautiful life. Do not destroy or misuse the life we have. Why we are in this body? This is the divine body, made of 5 elements, as everyone else. We may have a different garbs, different shape, but as a divine being, we have certain duties to fulfill before we leave our body. So that is a service for the humanity. Wherever we go, we ask people, who you want to be? I want to be a leader. No, I want to be a servant. When I serve others without any needs, I want to have this. No, just serve it. You are able to increase. You are capable for different things. That's why you serve people, masters. Then you become a leader. That's automatically it happened. You don't have to ask for. God never asks anything from us. God gives us unconditionally, 24 hours. But human being always have a negative mind inside. That's why we have meditation to clean up. We have unlimited energy in our body. Sometimes I just not eat for a few weeks or not sleep for a few weeks to test myself, how much I can do it. And we can do a lot. So I want you to say something. Just repeat. Begin the day with love. Spend the day with love. Fill the day with love. End the day with love. That's the way to go ahead. Be happy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite our Christian representative, Reverend Dr. Remy Alapo. Please give a warm welcome.
Good morning. It is so wonderful to see all your beautiful faces. And I'm going to start my goodwill message from the book of John, chapter 17, verse 20 to 21. Of course, I'm not going to preach or read the actual text, but keep it in mind for those who are familiar with Jesus' prayer for unity. And as we're discussing, about Sustainable Development Goals, we need to keep in mind unity. When we have a room full of so many diverse people from all walks of life, traditions, belief, orientation, cultural values, how can we achieve sustainability or these Sustainable Development Goals? It is the unity that we have to come together, the unity of respect, the unity of humanity, the unity of mankind, the unity of kindness to one another. For example, many of us, wake up every day without thinking about other people around the world. There's so much hunger, poverty, lack of education, lack of access to water, in many countries, so many conflicts going on. But we're able to wake up every day. We have the privilege, in our communities. And even though we live in a industrialized, we call maybe first world nation, if you go to many communities also in the United States, people are hungry. There's so much violence, whether it's domestic violence, community violence, of guns, and people just hating each other because of color, because of their beliefs, their sexual orientation, the way they look, the way they act, the way, we wear our clothes, our hair, whether we wear hijabs or scarves. So I want you to keep in mind, for us to be able to achieve this Sustainable Development Goal, it's beyond the, UN alone, but how we cultivate our minds. And the prayer for unity, according to the Gospel of John, is to perfect God's wisdom in our lives. Each and every one of us, I'm sure, has a lot of wisdom to be able to think of other people, love our neighbors as we love ourselves, think of others before we think of ourselves. Of course, we have to think of ourselves, if we have a situation, I'm not going to think of my 10 block neighbor first. I'll think of myself, but think of others, embrace other people. Let us work together in achieving these Sustainable Development Goals. Let us, live as one mankind under one God, one family, in humanity. Think of your neighbors, love them, be kind to everybody. Love is sustainable. War is not. People get hurt, killed, injured, but when we love each other, we're able to build a more sustainable and peaceful world. May God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to invite the honorary guests and spiritual leaders here to light the peace ball. We are going to start by inviting Longpi Sama Prawabawanajan Ka, the Assistant Chairperson of MMI. Please give a warm welcome.
Good morning, everyone. This is a message from our chairperson of Middle-Way Meditation Institute. My name is Pavitepanajana Samma Punyo in Bali language name. For this occasion for SDG Light of Peace 2020, here's message. Religious leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your precious time today, your presence in SDG Light of Peace makes this day such a special day that marks a big change of this world. The best and the greatest picture on earth is the image of an assembly of good people doing good together. And now, the imagine has come to today at United Nations headquarters. Mankind has struggled for the means and ways to achieve the world peace. Many peace prizes have been awarded to world leaders and famous people. Yet, the peace was searched for had not been actualized. But ladies and gentlemen, what we are doing together today is what the world is longing for. We will center our minds, filling in the peace at the center of our body. As soon as everybody in this world attain inner peace, all the conflicts will end. This is not such happiness greater than the happiness we experience together with others. We shall tell all peoples of the world that whatever they seek peace, let's meet halfway at the center of the body. Whenever the mind is clear and comfortable, we will succeed in everything we do. Whenever the mind is at the center, every success will be achieved with no effort. So today is very auspicious day, a good sign for the world to achieve everlasting peace that we have been aiming for. May all religious leaders, the thinking guests, ladies and gentlemen, be successful in all aspects of life. May we all mark a history in creating world peace through inner peace and establishing sustainable peace for our world forevermore. Thank you.
And now I'll be calling up all of the spiritual leaders and honorary guests to come near the peace balls. So we'll start with Professor Walter. Please welcome and come to the stage. We have Venerable Burin Titagusolo. Please welcome. Welcoming the Reverend Dr. Reme Alopo. Please come on up. And Reverend Dr. Guruji, welcome. And Venerable Longpi Sama, please join us once again. And Alex, our youth leader from Portugal, welcome once again. And Armani from Columbia Prep, welcome. And Marcia Brewster, President of the United Nations Association Westchester Chapter. And Arnold, or Arnie for short, please welcome. And we have Suti Wan from Thailand. Please join us. And now, with your hands of peace, we'll be lighting up the peace balls together. I'll be taking a group picture. Thank you.
How did things get this way? How easily we turn our heads and simply walk away. Will I ever become a man or die before I see how beautiful the world could be if hatred would cease? Let there be peace, starting with me. Let there be harmony for all humanity. If we believe, I know we'll see. We are one in the same. Let there be let there be peace. It's someone who needs a hand to see another day. Little love from your heart will take the pain away. If we realize that healing ways to make a better way, because we live, we all can give and make this world a better place. Let there be peace, starting with me. Let there be harmony for all humanity. If we believe, I know we'll see. We are one in the same. Let there be peace. And we will share this light, change wrong to right. That we made the choice to live our lives in peace. Shake each other's hands and make amends. That now's the time for us to live in peace.
We must be strong. Let us together make the choices that will put our planet back on the right course. We must find only then will we fulfill our destiny. Don't you see we need each other? Let this be done. For it is the difference of colors and races that actually unite us all. Let us choose to live. Let us choose to respect. And let us choose to lift each other up. Let there be peace.
For all
Thank you all to the spiritual leaders and honorary guests. So please have a seat again. Thank you. So we will continue now with a very special program. I would like to invite Vera from MMI New York City to the stage to help us prepare our physical bodies for meditation with mindful stretching. Welcome, Vera.
This is a great chance for us to bring some energy back into the body, which is so important and so deeply connected with the mind, as we all know. So if I could invite everyone to please stand up. For these light stretching exercises that we'll do, it's both an opportunity to stretch the body, but as well to practice mindfulness and awareness. So as we do these practices, I invite everyone to, we can do this now, to find a point of awareness, a point of focus within the body. And I'll use the center of the body as the place where we can rest our attention. And it can be anywhere in the body if the center doesn't feel, familiar or comfortable. But basically the center of the body is in the middle of the abdomen, at the end of your deep breath. So if you breathe in, filling in the belly, you can feel that center of the body right in there. Use that as a place where you feel the exercises. As we're doing it, really pay attention to that point of focus, and that can continue to allow us to practice mindfulness as we head into meditation afterwards. Okay, so I'd like us to first just start out with taking a few deep breaths. With a slow inhale in, feeling that belly expand, feeling that center at the end of the breath, and slowly releasing out. Taking a few more breaths like that, really maintaining your awareness at your center within. And one more deep breath in, slowly releasing out. And with that same awareness of your center, I invite everyone to, in one direction, look over your right shoulder, stretching the neck to the right, and still maintaining that awareness at the center, slowly coming back to center, and then turning to the left, back to center. Tilt your head to the right. Back to center. To the left. Back to center. And now we bring our head forward towards our chest. Back to center. And now we lift our heads back, making sure to not crunch the back, but lifting the neck up. And back. Okay. And now we'll do a very slow and gentle neck roll to one direction. And as you lift up towards the back, take care of the neck. And then opposite direction. Okay, and back to center. And we'll do some shoulder rolls forward. Feel that nice movement. Okay, I'm gonna put the mic down, but we'll put our hands in front to stretch out the upper back. With our neck and chin towards your chest, really stretch out in front, as if someone's gently pulling you from the front. And we're spreading the shoulder blades apart, as if someone's opening the shoulder blades towards the front. And then back. And then now we'll have, with both arms, inhale up, stretching to the sky. And at the top, take a deep breath, reaching all the way up. And exhale down. And are we still maintaining that awareness at the center? We'll continue our program with some meditation. So hopefully you feel a little bit more energized and ready for inner peace practice. Thank you very much.
So I'd like to welcome the Venerable Burin Tita Kusalo, our much beloved meditation instructor and inner peace leader on 6 continents. He will be guiding our meditation today. Welcome.
Ask approval from the senior monk, Prabhupada Pawanachan, and respected all religious leader. Let's have this inner peace time that to create world peace, starting from us, with all the good energy we gain today, to the song, to the kind thoughts, to all the peace message, and the vision of hope, the vision of fulfillment, that we will make a better world, starting with me. Let's take this auspicious time to gently close your eye. Relax your whole body and feel at ease, feel comfortable. Gently close your eye. You can take a deep breath if you like. Breathe in deeply into your stomach and breathe out slowly through your nose and mouth. In and out. In and out. Slowly and gently. Every time that you breathe in peace, kindness, and harmonies. And when you breathe out all concern, stress and tension. Breathe it out all. In and out. In and out. Slowly and gently. With a deep breathing, you can feel more relief. You can feel more relaxed. Just maintain your awareness with that easy, relaxed feeling. And you can breathe as normal Don't worry about your breath anymore. And allow that relaxing energy, peaceful energy, to cover your body. It's like when you take a shower in the morning with the warm water. Cleanse your body, refresh your spirit. You allow warm, relaxing water flowing down from the top of your head, your forehead, your eyes, your face, your ear, your shoulders, all the way down to your arm, your bodies, your waist, down to your buttock, your lower legs, down to the tips of your toe, till you feel every single cell, every single part in your body completely loose, light, gentle. It's like your body turned crystallized, transparent body that the air can pass through and start to melt away to the surrounding, to the nature. No wall, no ceiling, just the nature. Feel the Mother Earth, her kindness, her wisdom, and let your peace have a healing energy to the Mother Earth, to the humanity. And let your awareness settle down inside yourself, around the middle part in your stomach. We call this center of the body. Gently touch this inner home of consciousness. Touch and expand. Expand the ripples of peace, the ripples of love, and share this to all our friends. Enjoy this good energy, peaceful, kind, serene. Maintain your inner peace. If any thought, any ideas come, let them fly away like a flying bird in the sky. Just be with peace, with love and kindness in this very auspicious day at the center for a moment. Still remain calm, peaceful, and gentle with inner peace cultivated through meditation, through stillness of the mind. We will take this auspicious time to remember all the great teachers in all religion, in all philosophies, knowledge, that may they will inspire us to do better works, peace work to the world, especially yesterday is the anniversary of our master nun, the Buddhist nun who teach our teacher, that she passed away many years back. But if she's still alive, she will turn 111. The great teacher from the East. And today is the anniversary of our great Western leaders, Dr. Martin Luther King, that if he's still alive, he will turn 91 today. Let's take this moment to be inspired by their leadership to complete the unfinished work that let real peace, real humanity that become one happen, starting with us. So feel that great energy from our great spiritual leaders, and feel that shining sun rising in your center. Chant this light out from your body to fill up this room, to cover America, to cover the whole world. Let your inner peace touch 7 billion people around the world. And let's join together, regardless of religion, nationalities, colors. We become one family of peace and love. Enjoy the good feeling. Enjoy the nice feeling. And with it pure awareness shining inside you, enjoy some good wishes for yourself, for your family, and for the world for a moment. Sapputhanuppavena, sappathammanuppavena, sappasangkhanuppavena, sattha soti bhavantu te. You can slowly and gently open your eye, and still remain calm and shining from within. Thank you.
Okay, so now that your mind is calm and peaceful, it's time to share that inner peace with the world. And so that is symbolically done through the lighting of the peace balls. So we will be distributing them. And then we are going to invite the singers to the stage once again. They will be singing as we light up our peace balls and celebrating our inner peace and world peace together. So please welcome Mae Pinkett and Jeanette Coleman-Alexander once again. Welcome.
The song is World Peace Through Inner Peace, and it was inspired by the great spiritual leader of MMI who has passed on. I got a copy of a translated into English script. And Venerable Burin spoke with me after one meditation session up at the Riverside Church in 2017 summer. And he said, I'd like to incorporate a rap with this song because it will appeal to the young people. And that's very smart. We want it would be inclusive of everybody. And so I immediately thought about Jeanette's nephew, Jamel Dingle, who wrote and performed this that you will hear. I had worked with him before, and I've worked with Jeanette many, many years, since before 2003. And in reading the transcript, I thought about the words that the great spiritual leader had written. And so what I heard and what I wrote was, reach in your mind, search and you'll find a release from all the stress that this old world can bring. We need to find a different way to live. We need to find a better way. World peace through inner peace. So I hope you'll enjoy, and you'll be seeing a video of it also. We have a visual, not just audio, visual for you. So enjoy.
Everyone in the world, please listen close. It's time to understand true life. Let's go. If you ever broke bread in the belly of the beast, then you had to know the difference is war and peace. Be still the heart, let us concentrate. Let go the evil and all things to complicate. Breathe, stroll through the garden and vegetate. We can find peace if we all just meditate. Let's find a sinner, release the inner sinner. Impossible with war with no sides to winner. Happier together is the healing process. Now let that digest and we can progress. Deliver me a world with all problems solved, and I'll show you a species truly involved. Find peace of mind, release the hatred. Let us all come together and break the matrix.
In your mind, search it and find a relief from all the stress that this old world can bring. We need to find a different way.
Everyone in the world, please listen close. It's time to understand true life. Let's go. If you ever broke bread in the belly of the beast, then you had to know the difference is war and peace. Be still the heart, let us concentrate. Let go the evil and all things to complicate. Breathe, stroll through the garden and vegetate. We can find peace if we all just meditate.
In your mind, search it and find a relief. Yeah. Just look inside, see what your light can bring. We need to find a different way to live. We need to find a better way.
Let's find a sinner, winner, release the inner center. Impossible reward with no size to winner. Happier together is the healing process. Now let that digest and we can progress. Deliver me a world with all problems solved, and I'll show you a species truly involved. Find peace of mind, release the hatred. Let us all come together and break the matrix.
In your mind, searching and find a relief. Yeah. Just look inside, see what your life can bring. We need to find a different way to live. We need to find a better way. Yes, we need to find a better way. We can together. We can find a better way to live together. And remember, we are more alike than different.